Notepad, scrolling up. Hey, I just remembered I could do my intros again, but you know what? I forgot, so life goes on. I will hopefully start using those. Ow. Ow, in the new year. Ow. I keep pulling my hair. Okay, so it's Wednesday. Wednesday is good. We have survived half the week. We have survived, at this point, I would say 98.7% of 2023. That's pretty good. I'm impressed. This year has been a rough year, but we're here and we're trucking along. We can do this. We might actually make it to the end of the year. And then, into the beginning of the next year. Because that's how things work. There are days I wish I could wear my contacts again. Okay. All right. So, we have the tarot cards. We have oracle cards. Namaste. Passion cards. We have the goddess. We have the rune. I think I have everything. I feel I'm not. I'm pretty sure I'm not. I am pretty sure I'm fairly organized today. But I just feel so out of sorts. I know it's just me. But, I feel wonky. All right. Checking on a couple of things. Oh, really? Oh, okay. All right. Oomba. Okay. Hey. Trying to be careful. I ain't no worky. All right, there we go. And tappy tap tap. This. Wait. Maybe. It's trying to work. Wait. It's thinking. Ha! Now it works. Okay. What the fluff? Okay. What the? Aha! Aha! And oh, I see Vanna. Yay! Okay. Life is good. Okay. Yet again, we're having technical difficulties. Oh, wait, when am I not? I swear. All right, backing up. It's on. Okay. Wondering if my overhead light might be a little dim today. As I said, minor technical difficulties we are trying to fix. Okay, let's see what's up with my lights. Loading. That would be part of why you cannot see me. Yes, it's sunny out. Oh, he fixed my. I love fucking smart lights, let me tell you. There we go. Yes, I am much more visible now. Life is good. This is good. Okay. We are. Okay. So it's freezing on. It's freezing on you on Facebook. Amber Kid, Vanna says that Facebook is freezing for her, so she's hopping over to YouTube. So keep an eye out. I'm not sure where the one who remains anonymous is watching. I'm thinking from YouTube. So I was gonna say something else, and now I can't remember what the hell I was gonna say. Hey, life goes on. YouTube is okay. Roger that. All right. I got. Oh, can you believe that we are? Are you hearing me on YouTube, Vanna? Okay. Um. Hmm. Which YouTube? Because I am currently broadcasting to 3 different YouTubes. I'm going to Yoga with Di Lynn, and Itchy Witchy or Witchy Yoga Bish. Okay, wow. But yet he's hearing me on YouTube just fine. Yerb. Interesting. Am I the only one who has a Jeopardy theme song running in their head? Do 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 do. Okay. I have Witchy Yoga Bish here. Which one were you on, love? Hey, I'm actually breathing well today. I'm shocked. Okay. Van, I have a feeling that the issues are technical difficulties with your internet. That is entirely possible that it is your area. That's probably what it is. Okay. So I am going to take a slurp of coffee. Oh, actually. No, I'm not. I just remembered that we have not lit our candle for anyone or anything in a few days. And I have. I'm going to stay the hell out of that particular conversation. Oh, there it is. And I'm not going to set this on my lap because it would be very cold. Hello, baby. Come here. Come here, sweetheart. What? Okay. He was acting like he wanted to come in and say hi, so I invited him to come in and say hi, and he barks at me. Okay, so. You know what? Di wants to rant so badly at the moment. Is that white or is that yellow? Pretty sure it's white. I have a rant bubbling that I'm trying very, very, very hard to hold back. I've got a couple of them. But we're going to start with this one. Excuse me. Okay. Number 1. And this is something I'm going to be making a post about as well. Open and closed practices. Oh, good Lord, is that a hot button topic in the community right now? So, let us first start by being good little witches. It is a white candle. We have just on the 18th, so 2 days ago, had the 8th and final day of Hanukkah for this year. I mentioned this because of the strife, genocide, hate. My poor empath heart. um, there is so fucking much hate in Israel and the Gaza Strip right now, and it is just unreal. And it is spilling over into literally every country in the world. Anti-Semitic bullshit is on the rise everywhere. And it needs to stop. I am not by any means promoting or supporting what Hamas has done. No, I am not pro-Hamas. Hamas needs to be stopped. Full stop. However, I fully support the Palestinian people who have been painfully and forcibly removed from their land, much the same way that the American government and Canadian did to the Native Americans when white people wanted their land. It's not a whole lot different. And I mention Hanukkah because Hanukkah is the celebration of light. Poor memory here. But the story is they had enough oil that it should have lasted one night at most. And somehow it lasted 8. And it was a situation much like today with Hamas. I have no idea why I'm crying. I really don't. I feel horrible. So, my candle today is for peace, love, and light for everyone who needs it. Now, where the fuck did I hide my lighter this time? It is. Boom. Now, where the hell am I going to? There we go. Switch you over. Oh, okay. I have a little bit of personal tie because 2 of my children, my technically second husband, is by birth although no longer practicing Jewish. His family changed their name when they immigrated to the States from a very Jewish name to a more Americanized name that I know them by. And I want to say, okay, his mother's maiden name is the one I know them by. And I want to say that it was his grandfather's parents. So, anyway, moving on. Closed practices. There are so many people who would rage over me as a white woman owning this. It's a simple dried leaf for many people. However, I'm willing to bet that the two of you in my comments here know exactly what I'm holding up. Others may not. This is a piece of white sage. White sage is an endangered plant. It is commonly burned by a number of pagans to cleanse and purify. However, it is now considered a closed practice because of the fact that it is an endangered plant and it is also a sacred plant to numerous Native Americans. They use it in their indigenous practices. And therefore, use by non-native/indigenous peoples is cultural appropriation and therefore inappropriate. I have that bag and have had that bag for so long. You're good, Vanna. I have had that bag for so freaking long. I have had it since I was married to my most recent ex-husband. God, I've got a bunch of those. Who has every right in the world to have it because he himself is native. And by having been married to him and having been, at least at the time, accepted into his practices, I am allowed to use it. I agree with many of the arguments about closed practices. I will be sharing some of these thoughts and opinions in the blog soon, but I wanted to mention that one because it has come up recently. Closed practices are closed for a reason. So when you, as a baby witch or even a more experienced witch, do something or talking about something online, that is true. I am being reminded my current partner in crime is also native. I don't usually forget that, and I was not forgetting it. But yes, my current partner is also native. And yes, I'm going to get to my draw. But when you are doing something and someone tells you that what you are doing is inappropriate for those reasons, um, if they're correct, A, don't fight with them over it, especially if they are of that culture. And if they are correct, but you are not appropriating because you have been accepted into that culture, don't get an attitude with them because they have reason to be defending their culture, and sit down with them and have a conversation, please. Now, we shall bebop along and attempt to get our read on, because, that's what we're all here for. All right. And as Vanda said, I do want to remind you there are a number of states in this wonderful country of ours that do still have fortune telling laws on the books. So I do have to tell you that as much fun as this is and as accurate as it can be, it is all for entertainment value only. Do not take anything I say literally. Do not take anything I say as legal advice. I am not a lawyer. Do not take anything I say as relationship advice, because if I tell you something or suggest something and you take it as relationship advice and your relationship implodes, it is not my fault. Just saying. I mean, come on. I'm the one that just said I got a bunch of ex-husbands behind me. Do not take relationship advice from me. I'm probably the worst person. Don't take legal advice from me. Don't take medical advice from me. Do not take relationship advice from me. Hell, do not take life advice from me. Okay? Come on. I am just your average everyday person playing with a deck of cards. It's all for entertainment value. Moving on. Our first card today is the Seven of Wands. Your fiery drive has given you the strength and willpower to climb to the top of the cliff, only to have others try to knock your ass back down. You've succeeded and you're feeling strong, but others may be feeling a wee bit jealous. They're going to try to make you feel like less and sow seeds of doubt in yourself. Do not let them. You deserve to be here, so fight for yourself. Our next card is Temperance. Your life is off kilter and you need to create some balance. Maybe you're burnt out from working too much, or maybe you've just been binge watching TV all weekend and now your house is a mess. So it's now time to put your house in order and start doing things in moderation. Little bit okay. You find that if you work to balance all the different aspects of your life, everything feels so much easier. Try and face this task with optimism and positivity and enjoy all the wonderful things in your life equally. Next, there is a Christmas wreath in one of those cups and a blue fist that I swear, yeah. Da-da-da-da. We have the Seven of Cups. Like all love, spiritual wisdom, money, success, power. It seems like all the treasures of the world are just out there waiting for you to grab. You are dreaming so big that you are in the clouds and totally out of touch with reality. It is time to step back down to earth and do the hard work required to be mentally healthy. Only then can those big dreams become attainable. Wonder who that's being sent to. Yeah. Okay, next. Oh God, I say that, and then my first oracle is some people never change, and that goes along with the fact that some people are feeling jealous of your success. and then your life is off kilter and you need to, do things in moderation, feelings are mutual there. That's a good thing. And then, um, you need to step back and do things in moderation. There are other priorities. So, what are the priorities that are keeping you from, stepping back and balancing everything and doing it all in moderation? What are your priorities right now that have everything out of whack and have you focusing solely on tunnel vision here? You need to figure that out and figure that out pretty quick, because that's causing a lot of problems in your life right now. Whew. Next. I'm laughing because I see the divinity for today's rune, which is Gibo. And yeah, priorities are going with your head in the clouds. Our rune is Gibo. The divinity is Giffen, she who gives. Yeah, priorities, things out of balance, giving too much. Yeah. She who gives, the letter is G. Symbol is the gift, appropriate for this time of year. The element of air. The tree is the elm of the mountains and the ash. The plant is heartsease. The stone is rhodochrosite, malachite, and jade. Oh, we did get a Christmas ham last night. The color is dark blue. The animal is interesting. The animals are the bee, the dolphin, and the whale. So an itty bitty insect, and then 2 water mammals. And then Gibo represents the mutual exchange of gifts between individuals. Interesting that this should have been Fridays, because I don't think I'm going to do a daily draw next Monday. It is Christmas after all. It shows a connection and reciprocated respect. Actually, maybe next Thursday. Anyway, it shows a connection and a reciprocated respect between people who have accepted each other as extensions of themselves. True friends and allies become extra dimensions of our own personality and greater image. Teammates and kinsfolk in the grand experience of life. Gibo has no negative connotations. It symbolizes the construction of alliances and bonds between individuals. Through mutual actions, respect, and trust, these bonds of brotherhood and partnership are formed and upheld. Gibo is the exchange shared between those who these partnerships are made. Between those who... That does not sound right, but okay. An ebb and flow of giving and receiving. However, always make sure your sacrifice or exchange is being reciprocated. Otherwise, the powers of Gibo will vanish between you and the other party, and your energy is going to be drained from you. Oh boy. Yeah, not commenting. Gibo represents the trading of skills, powers, and ideas. If you desire to know something an ally does, it is best to find out what you can offer in exchange for their knowledge. Bartering! Learning something takes a lot of time and energy. The many hours one person spends learning a subject, another person has spent on others. So why not share this hard work for the mutual benefit of both parties? Bartering! I have been so on a bartering kick recently. If your circle grows collectively, vigorously, and engages in different skill sets, then your tribe will be infinitely more powerful, effective, and self-sufficient. Every member should be a master of something and every member should be putting in the hours every day to excel in their own areas of expertise. Sharing ideas between members will keep everyone intelligent, skeptical, and thirsty for knowledge. Gibo is an equal sacrifice between individuals for the progression of the tribe or group. Mutual sacrifice is one of the most powerful forms of Gibo next to the passing of cherished objects from one person to another. Gibo is that feeling we have when we must give someone we love something that we care most about. Anytime someone goes out of their way to give us something they've made or means something to them, it creates a special bond that cannot be bought, only cherished and reciprocated. Gibo is love, gratification, and appreciation for those you care about. It should be honored and always held in high esteem. A gift presents you with the choice of acceptance or rejection. If you accept, you must be prepared to give in return. Everything has its price, but with spiritual gifts, the cost is always worth it in the end. You must find the balance between giving and receiving and learn to give responsibly. This means deciding when to give and who to give it to, as it is not appropriate to give to everyone indiscriminately. I need to learn that. I truly do. In relationships, it primarily represents a partnership. If you currently are not in a close relationship, it can signify the development of a new relationship. If you are, it can indicate that it's time to move to the next level. In a particular context, it can signify marriage. However, the rune is not always related to the wedding itself. It can also be associated with a civil marriage act, an agreement between the partners, an alliance, or a long-term and stable connection. Another interpretation is the development of a new feeling towards your partner. In work, it means an effective partnership in business. You build useful connections due to good intuition and the ability to get along with people. On the other hand, it can mean money at your disposal that came just at the right time. This money can be used to start your own business or to expand an already existing one. It doesn't have to be a large amount. Usually it's just enough to bring your plans to fruition. So our takeaway here: gifts, both in the sense of sacrifice and generosity, indicating balance, all matters in relation to exchanges, including contracts, personal relationships, and partnerships. Gubel Merkstav, it cannot be reversed, but may lie in opposition. So, in this case, it can mean greed, loneliness, dependence, oversacrifice, obligation, toll, privation, bribery, offering, gift, relationship, love, marriage, love and marriage. Anyway, partnership, generosity, and unexpected good fortune. Am I the only one thinking of the frickin' Bundys here? Probably, because I'm probably the only one old enough to be thinking of the Bundys right now. Hoi! I'm a fucking dinosaur. Hoi! Alright. Cannot believe. Well, yeah, I can, because my child is not particularly a basketball fan. But I cannot believe that I named two of the most famous basketball players of, my childhood. And my kid didn't recognize them. He looked at me like, huh? And so he named, a couple of his, and I'm like, yeah, same team. Just, 20, 30 years earlier. Moi. Anyway, take another drink of coffee, Day. Oh, today's goddess. She is pretty. And I am 100% certain that there is some significance to the animals standing on her skirt. But I do not have the energy or the mental spoons to go researching. So, today's goddess is Chang'o, divine feminine. She is Chinese. Goddess of the moon, Chang'o, appears before people to grant their innermost wishes and answer their questions. Look within yourself and indulge in some yin or feminine practices. Activities like spending time alone, journaling, or taking a bath to hear her answers. Why is journaling considered a feminine practice? Some of the most famous journals in history were from men. I mean, one of the first one that pops to mind is On Golden Pond, and that is the next one that comes to mind is The Diary of Anne Frank, but that's beside the point. Why is it considered a feminine practice to write your thoughts down? Anyways, I'm on a kick today, and I don't think it's gonna stop. Oof. Okay, I am going to tidy up the cards, and then we will get to our Namaste and self-compassion, and then we'll read from Mr. Rogers. Did you guys know that Mr. Rogers was, I believe, a Presbyterian minister? Many people don't, but he was an ordained minister. Which, in some ways explains why he was so, happily given a TV show in the late 70s, early 80s. But as much as I love him and respect him, and I watched him as a kid religiously, wait, no pun intended there, I honestly don't think he would be given a show today. He might on PBS, honestly, but I do not think he would be given a show or that it would become nearly as popular today. Oh, my nose, damn cat hair, as it was when he was on. And that's kind of sad because he never. I don't think. No. I cannot remember him mentioning God or religion in any way, shape, or form ever on the show. He was highly controversial for so many other reasons. A black man and a white man putting their feet in the same kiddie pool on national television. So, I know to us today that thought is just okay, so, but at the time, unheard of. All right, nope, we've read that one a couple of times. All right, Here we go. We are gonna go flippity flippity flip. Ba ba. And because I have someone in my life with misophonia, this one is fabulous for me. Chew your food. Eat with intention. Savor the food in your mouth and chew it well. This not only aids in digestion, but it helps to ground you in the present. Focus on the texture of the food in your mouth. Texture. Hello, Fuzzy Butt. The texture. Is it, how do I describe it without squeaking people out? Is it crunchy? There we go. Is it chewy? Is it sweet? Is it savory? Pretend. Repeat that, Kidlet.
I said the idea that eating feels like living is one that ought to feel obvious in retrospect, I think.
Yes. I agree with that. He says
so many of us have gotten used to just trying to hurry, cram food in our face, and move to the next thing that we forget to eat.
Yes. We forget that eating should be more than just sustenance. Eating should be a feast for all our senses. And by the way, that was my oldest Michael, just in case any of you who are watching don't know us. Eating should be a feast for all your senses. So I'm going to skip this to put this aside. As you are eating, see your food.
Well, I was also about to say that eating is also an art form, and for many people, a love language.
It is. Food is.
Taking the time to think about your food can do a whole number of wonderful things.
Yes, there are so many people that cooking and feeding others is their love language. So actually, see your food. Look at the different colors on your plate. Smell your food. Because, some of us white people actually do know how to season our food. Smell the rosemary or the sage is used often, or the turmeric, or whatever other spices are in the curry. And then take a bite. Feel the food on your tongue. Yes. Food with the most restrictive allergy diets. So, taste. Feel the food. Is it hot? Make sure you don't burn your tongue. Does it feel soft like mashed potatoes? Is it I know the texture I'm thinking of, but I can't think. Does it feel kind of like I know steak. But okay, moving on. Pretend you're a food critic. Enjoy the process of eating and break down the experience as much as possible. Intentionally chewing your food while eating will allow you to be more present. Being in the moment, any moment, can reduce stress significantly. Just by doing this, you may be able to notice what kinds of food your body needs and is craving. And also, by slowing down and chewing and paying attention to your food, you will also very likely eat less because you're also going to notice that you're full instead of just, inhaling food until there's no more food to inhale. Guilty. It was also the very first task in mindfulness-based stress reduction. We were given a raisin. Yes! As I'm being yelled at from the other room, pay attention to your food, not your phone. Or your book, or the newspaper, or the television. The number of meals I ate as a child, where one of my brothers I have a brother who would sit at the dining room table and and he would pay so little attention to his plate that he did not notice that his plate had left the table, and he continued attempting to fork food into his mouth from the empty space. Twice. Then he turned around and realized that his plate was gone. He stopped looking at the TV for that meal. Didn't stop him for a while. Anyway, let's pick our self-compassion. Read that one. Read that one. Okay. I am trying to find one that we have not read, at least not in a little while. Alright. You know, seeing as how it is the holidays, this one is kind of a good one to do. Alright. And I know many of us are fighting with it. It's the same person. Bring to mind someone with whom you are having a conflict. Notice the tension or heaviness that arises in your heart. Now, send yourself compassion for 3 breaths and notice if there is a shift. Now, I'll give all of us a reminder. The self-compassion mantra. My phone just lit up. The self-compassion mantras are saying, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. And may you be loved. I know that so many of us need to hear those words so often because we didn't growing up. So I am saying those to all of us now, and we are saying them to ourselves and each other. May you be happy. You deserve to be happy. May you be healthy. You deserve to be healthy. I don't give a fuck about the state of the American healthcare system. May you be safe. You are safe. And may you be loved. You deserve all the love. And on that note, I will say I love you. And I hope that you all have an amazing rest of your day. Oh, almost forgot Mr. Rogers. What does Mr. Rogers have for us today? This one is perfect. I believe that infants and babies whose mothers give them loving comfort whenever and however they can are truly the fortunate ones. I think they're more likely to find life's times of trouble manageable. And I think they may also turn out to be the adults most able to pass loving concern along to the generations that follow after them. I wish I could find out when he said that, because that attachment parenting style um did not become the popular norm until I had my kids. But hey, now with that, I will say I love you all, and I will see you here tomorrow. You know the drill. Like, share, subscribe, do your thing. Come back tomorrow. We'll do this all over again, hopefully without the rants and the tears. Can't promise. Can't promise. But we'll see. Have a fantabulous, wonderful rest of your night. I'll see you tomorrow, guys.